Hey guys, before we get started, make sure you check out thegivingnote.com if you want to use any of the presets that I use. You can find them in the link below. We have presets for Ableton, FL Studios, and more to come soon. Yo, welcome people. It's Morty here. I'm gonna be showing you how to emulate.
Yo, wait, hold on, bro. Who the fuck keep calling my phone? Hey, never mind, fuck this bitch. 1, 2, 3 bad bitches sipping lips. I'm fine, thanks for asking. Getting money every day, don't got time for relaxing. In my head, they asking where I been, bitch, I been away. Taking drugs and smoking. She see the diamond, they dance on my neck, a chandelier. All of them niggas that claim they hate me, fans of me. Hey, hey, hey. Product bags in the caddy. I'll take care of you. Big bands, they keep.
What is up, guys and girls? It's me, Morty here, back at it again with another tutorial. Today we're gonna be going over how to sound like SSGKOBE in the song MIA. And I know this is kind of like a little preset that a lot of people waiting for. So hey, here it is finally. Never made this preset before. Also, I'll be using a little bit of Waves plugins for y'all that have waves. It's not a full wave preset, but it's like a hybrid between stock plugins as well as waves. And yeah, guys, I hope y'all like the tutorial. Before we get started, make sure you check out the description box below because I'll have my DistroKid link and you can get 7% off on your next purchase, and with that you can upload 12 months of music on to streaming platforms and make some money from your music. So let's get into the tutorial. All right, so here we are in FL Studios. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and just play the sample so you can hear how it sounds, and then I'll run you through what I did to achieve this sound as well as what it sounds like with some of these effects off.
Bitch, I'm fine, thanks for asking. Getting money every day, don't got time for relaxing. In my head, they asking where I've been, bitch, I'm in the way. Taking drugs, smoking dope, so I can relieve the pain. In my head, see me in my head. I just pour codeine. Still can't go to bed.
And that was it. So now the only thing that I will say is wrong with this preset, but you can change it, it is the amount of airiness and breathness that you get in your voice. So my voice is like a little bit breathy. You can take that out if you want to, but it'll sound a lot better if you do. But for me, I just wanted to have that different style of it. So yeah, let's just break it down with the record preset first. So first thing I do, this always fixes a mix and it makes your voice sound better inside the mix, and that's NS1. What this does is just cuts out background noise and it clears everything out so your voice is ready to sit in a mix. Next thing we have here is our auto-tune effects, and the song scale is G major, and I just turn up that retune speed all the way, and that's what gets me that auto-tune sound. Humanize is up 16. After that, we add a little bit of compression to capture and just hold some of those high jumpingness of the volume in our voice. And so all this is doing is leveling out the voice to be compressed later on. And so yeah, all we do is do a threshold that sits right above my voice, and then we do a ratio of 1.6, and we have a slow attack, semi-slow. All that's doing is just capturing my voice and leveling it out. Next thing we have here is another compressor, and this is what's going to give us our gain in volume. So I do a -10 threshold and a ratio of 3.6, so it's a little bit of more compression, and also the gain is up to 2 decibels, so I have loud vocals, and that's what I want. This gives us the gain and the volume that we want in our voice. I have the attack at 44 milliseconds and release at 200. Next thing after that, so we have a Parametric Eq2, and what we're doing here is just cutting off that low end because we want to sit in the mix, and we clear out some of the mids, and we're taking out some of the high mids, and that is what makes our voice sound nice and crispy. So that was our recording preset, and so every time you record your voice, you want to use this preset and then assign it to our main, ad-libs, or whatever you have that follows. So moving on to our main, this is what our main sounds like.
Bitch, I'm fine, thanks for asking. Getting money every day, don't got time for relaxing.
So it's a very upfront vocal. It's powerful. It's really bringing a lot of energy into the mix. And so what I do to achieve that is I do another EQ. And so this is just taming some frequencies that I didn't like. This may be different for you, but for me, in the low mids, I'm kind of nasally, so that's what I take out. We have another compressor, and this is just taming the vocal a lot more because I want to have a lot of control over this vocal. That way I can have it more powerful. Now we have another compressor. In this case, it's a sound codizer, and what this does is it makes your vocal just more impactful. It's kind of like Rvox in Waves, but this is for the loops version. Now moving on after that, we have another EQ, and so we're clearing out some of the low mids, some of the high mids, and the presence, and so we're just pushing these down. Next we have De-Esser, and so what we're doing here is we're just cleaning that top end so it doesn't get too harsh. We're gonna push that down just a little bit, and that fixes our de-essing. So you could use De-Esser mono, or you can use Freedom Maximus and just use the De-Esser settings if that works for you. But I like Waves plugins, and that's why I use De-Esser. Next thing I have here is Rvox, and what this does is just adds a bit more compression, but it also gives you like little characteristics and tones that not many other compressors De-Esser's ad, so that's why I like this one. He did a lot of EQing in this song. So our presence and up to the high mids area. So this is at 4200 hertz. I cleared out a little bit, and that was that. One last thing is we have a limiter, and we just limit the top end of vocals, and that way we don't have it jumping above the beat or anything like that. It just mushes the vocal down just a little bit, and that's about it. That is our main vocal effect. So if I turn that off, this is how our vocal sounds.
Bitch, I'm fine, thanks for asking. Getting money every day, don't got time for relaxing.
This is how it sounds with the effect on.
Bitch, I'm fine, thanks for asking. Getting money every day, don't got time for relaxing.
So it just brings a lot more energy and clearness in the vocal. So next thing we have here is the ad-libs, which is the bottom track, and it's in the background of the song. Now the tail is a little bit too long, so you can adjust that in the reverb and just fix that decay just slightly, but a little bit. And we do a radio preset, and then we add a stereo shaper with the preset delay on. And that is it. That gives you a nice stereo width, and it sounds very awesome. And so yeah, those are your background ad-libs. That's your main vocal. And what we do here, it was just we route our vocal to the main vocal bus. And so that's pretty much it. All right, so I also send my main vocal to my high-end crisper. Now, if you want to learn how to do this, I have a video on it. I'll be linking it so you can learn how to use this. And I also have it on my story. Moving on to reverb, this is how it sounds, the first reverb.
Thanks for asking. Getting money every day, don't got time for relaxing.
So it's a very short reverb, almost sounds like an echo or a delay, and how we achieve that is we are using Manny M reverb. So you can use this with my Ghost reverb preset. I have that on my Autumn preset. That gives you a hall type of reverb. So in this case, we're using waves, and this one says hall and small. I crank up the highs just to have that little sheen sound. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we also add another EQ. And what this EQ is doing is just clearing out some of the low ends and then the top mids. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if I play it back again, maybe you hear it. Just put your headphones on, you can hear a little echo-ness, like it'll go bounce back between the walls, and it's a shiny sound.
Bitch, I'm fine, thanks for asking. Getting money every day, don't got time.
It's that echo sound, so I'm clearing out that echo. Again, I'm pushing down some of the high mids. This is my second Parametric Eq2, and I'm pushing down the high mids as well as that treble area. So that's it. That is my reverb, and we have one more reverb, and it sounds like this.
Bitch, I'm fine, thanks for asking. Getting money every day, don't got time for relaxing.
So it's a very open space reverb, and that's what we want. We want two reverbs, not just one, because it makes our voice sound more interesting. So we're using the Manny M reverb. We use space and large, and that's pretty much it. EQ it out again, because we don't want to muddy up our bass in the instrumental. So we clear out some of our basses and our reverbs, and then we also clear out some of the trebles on the reverb to just make it sit better in the mix, and that's it. Last thing we do, throw a stereo shaper effect on, and it just widens up our stereo field as well. And that's what I like. So it gives you a nice balanced sound. So adding that all in together, our vocals sound like this.
Bitch, I'm fine, thanks for asking. Getting money every day, don't got time for relaxing.
So now you don't have to do this master track, but I always do it either way. So this is what I did. I did a API 2500 for the master. I threw on mastering preset number 1. So the more left you go, the less compression the beat has. And then the more right you go on the threshold, the more compression it has. So you'll hear it whenever the bass kicks in. The bass is usually what triggers the preset. So that is it. You have our C6, we clear up the mids. So we're pushing down some of the mids for the whole song. And then we're also cleaning out some of the highs, and that's pretty much it. Now, when it comes to coloring the song, we throw a TG 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that's what it's called. I'm not sure. It's a TG plugin from Waves. And what this does is just, I can control the EQ of the entire song. So you can just change this out for a regular EQ and just boost some of the high mids or the lows or whatever you want in the song. And that's pretty much what I did. I pushed up some of the presence and some of the treble in the mix, and also a little bit of the bass. And last thing I did to the mix was add a threshold of -10 decibels. And as you push it down, the song gets louder and louder and louder. And that's what Ultra Maximizer does. And it also limits anything past that. And so that's what I wanted. This gives us the loudness of the song. And that's it. That is our preset, guys. So here's how the song sounds.
Bitch, I'm fine, thanks for asking. Getting money every day, don't got time for relaxing. In my head, they asking where I've been, bitch, I'm in the way. Taking drugs, smoking dust, so I can relieve the pain. In my head, see me in my head, I just pour codeine, still can't go to bed,
So alright, if you enjoyed this tutorial, please leave a thumbs up, and you want to see more content like this, go down below and comment. Tell me who you want to see. Subscribe if you're brand new. I hope y'all appreciate this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
All we wanna do is get high and fucking drink and drive through the night, cause that's how it